널 기다렸어.
It's Ace Match Monday here at the Nexon Arena.
On a Saturday?
Yeah, I meant to say Ace Match Saturday. Messed that one up. It's all right. We got Dark up against Patience here in our Ace Match for these two teams. And SK Telecom having a bit of what they did in round 2, where they can't seem to close out series, and they go to these Ace matches a lot of the time.
Oh yeah, I expected SKT to sweep this 3-0, 3-1, but to see it come to an Ace match is quite a surprise. And Patience winning that previous game against Classic, taking it to the Ace match for the Afreeca Freaks. He's got a lot of momentum going for him, especially when you have to consider the fact that Dark did lose against Live in the first match.
Yeah, I feel like Dark is going to come back with a vengeance. He probably asked the coach, put me in. The coach is probably thinking about putting him in anyway, just because I feel like he is the best player on SKT at the moment. And Patience, looking good for that PvP. We'll see how he does in PvZ against Dark.
Yeah, only Chase does, Monday Caster, as we all call him here down at the EsportsTV studio. Going for Patience, everyone else selecting Dark.
Yeah, and I think this makes sense. The only thing that would make more sense is if Chaster voted for Dark. But we can't always be perfect here at the Nexon Arena. It's okay.
Not everyone can be heroes here.
So yeah, we got Patience in the lobby. We're waiting on Dark. It looks like he's just getting set up and ready to go. He was our first player that played today, so it's not like he has his stuff set up. So he has to do that again.
Yeah, when I was going to the bathroom, I did see Dark getting out his keyboard and his mouse to set up, so Patience obviously already set up, as he did win that previous game against Classic.
Yeah, and he is now in the lobby, Dark is, so we're going to get right into this game very, very quickly. Tell your friends about this, guys, that we've changed our schedule to Saturday and Sunday here for round 3 of the Pro League. We want to make sure everybody is watching and catching this.
Yeah, it means you guys can stay up at night and go into the weekend without any repercussions.
Yeah. Sleep late, stay up late, watch it.
Yeah, who works on weekends?
If you don't want to do that, if you want to go out on a Friday or Saturday night, watch the VODs the next day, you'll be free.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
let's go.
We are going to jump into game number 5, the Ace match on King Sejong Station, Patience versus Dark.
In the lobby, Patience was like, please go easy on me, Dark.
Yeah, everybody in the studio saw it, so everybody was laughing. We got Patience up at the top left.
Yep. And we have Dark as the orange Zerg on the bottom right. Here on King Sejong Station, one of our quote-unquote legacy maps.
Yeah, it's come back from the dead. It was dug up from the old files of old maps and brought back into Pro League.
Oh, an early pro here from Patience.
Wouldn't that be strange if he just went for some kind of crazy proxy build?
Well, he did build that pylon onto his main ramp. Oh, sorry, his expansion ramp rather than at his main ramp. So, looks like he's just I think he's just posturing. I can't speak English today. He's posturing for a defensive build to help secure that expansion, rather than going for the safer, more I don't know what you call it, less bold played main base.
He's just going to drop down a pylon here, block the expansion of the Zerg. Going for the hats first here, pretty common, but Dark does drop down the gas and the pool behind this.
And Dark wants to take that, what was supposed to be his first expansion at that third base, but if Patience actually blocks this is going to be very evil.
Yep, there he goes, double pylon. It's not the first time we've seen this.
And now Dark is just going to be floating a lot of minerals right now until he can actually get rid of those pylons. But Patience actually cancels it. Oh, he can actually kill this drone.
That's so smart. He just cancels it. He can just wait and make Dark send another drone down to the third base location.
Yeah, he knew that that drone was on so much low HP that it could just cancel that pylon.
He should have just done it again here, make another pylon, fight, and then come back and fight again, and then cancel the pylon.
Or he's delayed the bases of Dark so much that he's already won with that probe.
Oh yeah, this probe has done so much work. He spends 125 minerals to delay the expansion, force a pool first.
Ooh, actually that's not what Patience wanted. Just walks into those Zerglings there. But it does actually get out as he sees the timing of that third hatchery, which will be somewhat soon, TM.
Yeah. And does he want to follow this up with an aggressive timing? You do delay the economy of the Zerg, making it harder for him to have a good economy to make enough units to defend against something like that. Or does he want to just play it out, taking a third base on this map as the Protoss is very easy to defend? He could try to go for some early 3 base and play a macro game against Dark, which I generally would not recommend, but maybe in this position, he can go
nice
for
save there on the probe from Patience. The Mothership Core does come out in time, and I thought he was actually going to use his Chrono Boost onto that gateway to get the Adept out, but it looks like he just wants to get that Mothership Core out before his Adept, so he can get that energy up onto that core.
Stargate is the tech of choice here for Patience, and he's having some trouble with these lings.
Yeah, I don't know what that Adept was doing at the front. I think it was just helping block off in case that Dark was going to do any more harassment with more Zerglings. But it actually forces an overcharge, actually. I'm not really sure if that was worth it for just those 2 Zerglings. Oh, okay, that's where the Adept went.
I gotta come in here and get a really nice spot in between the minerals. And I feel like he could have actually committed to that, but now he's just gonna get surrounded and not get any more damage.
Yeah, I think he should just commit it. But I think he just shaded out because he wasn't really certain what the drone count was at that third base / second base, whatever base you want to call it. So
yeah, more of a scouting.
Yeah, it's more scout. Yeah, he just needs to confirm what's happening right now and adapt his build order to what he sees.
Well, Dark has seen the Stargate that's coming out here, and he did see the Phoenix being built, if I'm not mistaken, with that Overlord. So he is pulling back his Overlords now.
Oh, he is this Phoenix as well. And we all know how Dark is known to be the innovator of that Baneling Ling drop play, but because Dark was so behind with his build order, with the pylons blocking those expansions, Dark's build is behind, and as a result, this Phoenix is able to come out and basically deny the scouting of Dark.
Yeah, and there's the Evo Chamber with the Baneling Nest. We'll see if he does want to commit to any kind of Baneling drops. He does have an Overlord in the top right, which he can morph into a drop Overlord and try to set up some drops possibly towards that third base of the Protoss.
Yeah, and if you've watched the the cross final between Dark and... Okay, hold that thought. This Oracle's actually going to do a lot of damage to these drones, and there's barely any anti-air here for Dark.
This is such a smart play. He goes for the Oracle after clearing out the Overlords in the sky, so Dark was assuming that more Phoenixes would come out and he had more time to put down spores, but instead, that strange Oracle timing does net him 5 kills.
And there's no way that this expansion is going to get cancelled here from Patience. He gets that pylon overcharge out, he warps in a few Adepts, and Patience is actually looking really good right now.
Yeah, he's playing some fantastic StarCraft. This is really refreshing to see.
He's going to get Shade in as well, so he's going to see all the tech that Dark is doing.
Yeah, and potentially even get some kills into the main. There's no defense here outside of a Queen. So he gets a full scout, sees everything that's going on, gets a couple of kills.
Gets the Shade out as well. I think the only blemish so far from Patience's play is just losing a few units recklessly. But another nice Shade here. And he's going to get a juicy amount of drones here at the third base of Dark. And Dark is on the ropes right now. Patience playing amazing.
He's playing so well, man. You were totally right. Like, if you were the coach of Afreeca, if you were Legend, you would have made the right choice, just like he did, to send him out and use that momentum that he built for himself, because you can tell he's feeling it right now. He's playing a fantastic game.
And as good as Dark is of a player, there's so much data that Patience has worked off because of that cross-finals between Stats and Dark, which Stats won.
Yeah, he's trading so well here. Even the Oracle getting a nice spot in between the Queens and the Spore.
Gets away in 1 HP. That is huge.
This has been happening all game long. All of his units are getting away with 1 HP.
Oh, man. Like, Patience has probably got that 4-leaf clover right now because he is so lucky this game.
Well, I'd like to call it just good play. Getting it out just in time.
And Hearthstone isn't all luck-based, Kappa.
Oh, man, Hearthstone. Well, we do have a drop Overlord morphing somewhere. I think it's outside of that natural. Below it, rather.
And there is these Banelings being morphed in from Dark as well. I think the best way that Dark is going to get back into this game is with those money drops. But I think Patience is like in that groove that he's going to be able to sniff these out really quickly. Or like just Maynard his probes away. We'll see how this goes.
Here we go, drop coming in.
Dun, 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 dun.
And he does pull away right in time. He is going to take some losses, but that is 4 Banelings.
Oh, that's so weak.
So many of those probes are in the red right now.
If he gets another drop there, that'll be huge.
He could just drop some Lings and probably pick up about 8 or 9 of those. But now that that drop has happened, Patience knows that it's a possibility that he goes for another one here. So he's going to be very ready.
Like, honestly, the best course of action would be just to cannon that expansion or just patrol those Phoenixes away. Like, the best course of action is to just prevent it before it happens. So if he just splits the map, goes like around the map and just tries to snipe as many straight overlords as possible, I think that would be the best choice of defending from any further drops.
By the way, Patience made double Warp Prism here. There's one right here, morphing.
Oh, I love these gateways as well. They're not in their position where he can just get the quicker warp ins. It's just, Patience is just playing amazing this game.
It's really cool. Drop coming in here at the same time as he's looking to pressure the front. He's going to divert Dark's attention, and there's an Archon in this drop too.
Oh, those Archons just going to eat up those Queens so quickly. And you got to remember as well, those drones are just stacked. But there is that Zergling drop, as you mentioned before. It's going to take out all the probes. And
but look at this. He's going to get on top of the 4th base, and there's nothing here for Dark. He's going to lose it for free.
There's only 3 Ravagers. This is nothing.
He's totally out of position because of the drop.
Here comes the Archon as well.
Now, Patience did lose 11 probes at that natural, so he is kind of hurting there, but he does have that 4th base up and running now, and that's 4 base Protoss against 3 base Zerg.
At this point of the game, it doesn't matter like how many probes you have. It's just as long as you have enough to saturate maybe 8 probes at each mineral line, and you got those gases going. It's all about getting those gas-intensive units, getting those Archons out, getting those Immortals out, getting that Death Ball that nothing can beat except maybe Vipers and Fungals, but there is no way that Dark can deal with his army at the moment.
Yeah, the damage that Patience did was definitely more effective here. And the force field's coming out! Gonna trap all of the Lings. He does back off against the Corrosive Piles.
Time Warp as well, gonna slow down these Roaches. This is terrible, terrible for Dark.
It's going to be hard for Patience to engage up this ramp, though, especially with all those Ravagers. He's just going to go for a drop. He's going to try to pull the army apart once again.
I think Patience should just swing around and try and take out that 3rd base.
The Time Warp!
The Time Warp again! And his Immortal's doing so much damage!
The perfect force fields, too, to cut this army totally in half!
And Dark's pathing is going everywhere. There's no way that Dark is going to defend this. This attack at the expansion is down from Patience, but...
The desperation is real from Dark, trying to defend on all fronts, and Patience is just tearing him apart.
He's taking out that 4th base. I think he's got enough Immortals that he shouldn't just... I don't think he should fight this army straightforward. He should just force field that army off Dark and take out that 3rd base and run away, because he's got so much of a lead. There's no reason to throw this away, but...
I feel like he's feeling it, you know? Yeah, he wants to win, and he may pay for it.
This Archon doing so much splash damage onto these drones.
Oh, he's losing a lot of drones here now. Ravagers still alive in the back, but not much left. It looks like Patience is actually going to take this game.
Oh my god, Patience playing such a great game here.
GG! Patience wins the game for Afreeca 2 in a row. Up against Dark and Classic, 2 of the best players in the world right now. Who is this guy?
I'm just shell-shocked right now of how well Patience played not only that game against Dark, an ace match out of all matches, but also that game against Classic, where if he lost, they would have gone home empty-handed at 1 and 3.
Yeah.
And look, oh man, Dark is devastated, and I'd be pretty devastated as well. I mean, as he said before, I'm pretty sure that he asked IOV, I want to make up for what happened.
Yeah.
And
today's a dark day for Dark, that's for sure.
If you have Dark on your FPL team, you must be slitting your wrist or something like that. I mean,
you must be crying for sure.
Yeah.
And Dark is not having a good day, that's for sure. And Patience, man, he's looking like a whole new player. He practiced for today, that's for sure.
I'm really curious to hear what Patience has to say in the MVP interview, because That is probably the most impressive performance I've seen from a single player all season long.
Yeah, especially from someone that we just didn't expect to play this well. You know, he's clashing with some of the best players in the world and winning games where it looks like he should be the favorite player.
Like, everyone's sleeping on Patience, but...
Everyone except Taster.
Yeah,
I eat my words now, saying that the perfect prediction score should have been 7-0 for Dark.
I'm just looking at him, and he's like, I thought he'd have a smug face on, but I guess not.
He's a humble guy, cool guy. Dark, on the other hand, not looking too happy here.
Yeah.
He's got all of his pins, all of his accolades, and all of his results just that lead me to back him up. But when you go into a game like that up against Patience, and Patience just picks you apart like that.
The double fist pump from Patience
Yeah.
that we see here, but props to him. He played amazing. And I remember, I think it was an SSL or something like that, or no, a GSL, where Artosis was talking about how good Patience is a player, but he always does these really bonehead mistakes. But
Yeah,
it seems like today we did not see those at all.
He actually made some really smart moves today. Like the Phoenixes with the Dark Templars in the mix of his PvP composition was just unbelievably smart and just really cool to see. Really thinking on his feet and just making a better composition.
And the way he used those adepts in that game against Dark, shading at the right spots, getting those drone kills was just sublime.
Yeah, he was getting in and out, not dying. The Oracle's getting a nice bit of damage. He picked apart the army, was dropping all over the place with double Warp Prism. He just really outplayed Dark in that game. That's about all you can say.
And yeah, he does have that top 4 seed in the SSL because he did